Hello, folks, and welcome to the Do It Mart podcast. I'm your host,
God damn it,
Marty
shut up.
McMartface.
Oh shit, no, my salt shaker fell off. How dare you start a podcast like that?
Hey, this, Do It Mart.
Dude, we have to give context to that too, now that I'm thinking about it.
How about we just don't? Like, why don't we just leave it up to interpretation?
Yeah, let's just have it be this bit. Nobody knows what the fuck we're talking about. Just do it, Mart.
Dude, imagine imagine that being like our big break, and we go through our entire life with that bit, and then like somewhere like Kmart or S-Mart hits us up, and it's like, hey, you want to do that in a commercial? We're like, yeah, and then like we just never tell them the actual context.
Yeah, they will never know that it was about Moody. They will never know what that meant.
They'll never know the true context. We'll have to delete this.
Fuck you, viewers. If you want to know the true context, you're gonna have to go through thousands of hours of videos, all of our videos, and you will have trouble finding it because it's not there.
Yeah, you'll have to go through thousands of hours of certified premium Moody munching.
You're gonna have to go through every episode of dipping fries, and you're gonna have to analyze it frame by frame, even though there is nothing to look at.
True, literally.
Man.
The MCU, the Moody character
Why
universe.
is it dumbass humor like that that's always really funny to us? Like, we could be... There's something I've noticed about our friend group is we could be, like, coming up with the most elaborate, structured joke ever, and it will, like, land with one person, and then we say some stupid shit like, do the Quumbo sauce get moody with it? And then everybody's fucking dying for the next 30 minutes.
Can I get some extra moody sauce on my Quumbo? I ordered extra Quumbo sauce.
When you Starbucks Quumbo, I don't know.
Dude, I think I just have to die if that happened. I ordered extra Quumbo. Oh, did you now? Okay.
I think if I was working at Starbucks and a dude walked up and was like, hey, yo, can I get some moody sauce? I'd just dap him up.
What?
Over the counter, I would just dap him up.
What if he was a paraplegic? What if he had no arms?
I would pat him on the shoulder.
You should make an attempt to shake his hand, and you're like, oh.
That's so fucked. That's actually so fucked. Oh.
Okay, dude, imagine that's like modern bullying for disabled kids in school.
Thing is, I swear I've actually seen that happen in real life.
That's crazy. Two kids are just bullying this disabled kid with no arms, but instead of beating him up, they're just shaking their hands in front of him.
It's not even that. I think it was like a genuine interaction, and they just didn't really. The dots didn't connect that they were disabled. God, that's got to be fucking embarrassing.
Yeah.
For all parties involved.
Just reapply that shit on there, bro. Lost your arm, just put it back on.
Just stitch it back on, you know?
Yeah.
The Gorilla Glue exists for a reason, okay?
Exactly. You see those commercials. Flex tape that sucker.
I just sawed this boat in half.
Imagine Phil Swift is like, dang, now that's a lot of damage to the dude with no arms.
Now let's see if Flex Seal can stick them back on. And he does it, and then it's like fuck ass, and they don't work, and he's like, "Wow, it works."
I bet you $50 they thought of that idea in the boardroom. They at least thought about it. And then I was like, oh, dang, it's 2016. Maybe not.
This
Maybe if it was 2 years ago, probably.
Maybe this would have passed in 1938, back in my day.
Look, Daddy. Flex Seal.
Jesus Christ. The type of shit that goes through our minds is wild.
It's genius.
It is genius. Every time I think of that, I think of that video of the guy being like, shit, I don't even remember what he said. It was like, say hi, bird. And he just screams.
Oh yeah, he's like, time to do that work. Mm-hmm.
God, time to go do that work. Say hi, bird. Such a stupid fucking video.
I love that meme. Literally. Say hi, bird.
But anyway, so we had two topics that we were gonna go over, which was Fry Guy video ideas and like the iPhone scam thing, because that was something he joined the call with, which was pretty funny. And I wanted to talk about PirateSoftware, and then anything and everything that is like not those two topics is just like gonna go fucking. You might as well. You just
screw it. We ball,
you know. So do you want to start with your topic? I think your topic's a little bit funnier to lead into. I'm not gonna lie.
Sure, why not? So as everybody knows, or if you don't know, now you do. eBay is like the ancient scrolls of like the used market, right? There's like Depop and there's Mercari and there's like Poshmark, but eBay is like the granddad of all that stuff, alright? Before all those other whatever places, there was eBay. So eBay's been very popular. And a really big thing that gets sold on eBay is phones, which I really, really hope does not become a trend where like people start collecting phones like they do with like labubus and stuff, because that's gonna suck.
What is a labubu?
You don't know what a labubu is?
No, I don't know what a labubu is.
It's those little monster plushy things that have been going crazy all over the internet.
Like a Tamagotchi? Or
nah, it's similar concept. Similar concept, but like
these do low-key look like Tamagotchis.
Dude, they've been like blowing up over the past like month or
I haven't seen anything on these guys. Labubu.
Really?
No, I haven't.
Very interesting.
They look okay. I would buy one for my 8-year-old daughter and never touch it again.
I honestly feel like this is just like a result of like a famous person work, because I think that's what happened. Like some famous person like posted a picture of them having one, and then they just blew up, and then now they're like raking in. I think they made like over $1 billion in profit.
That's wild.
Yeah, it's crazy how like celebrities have like crazy influence over people. They'll just wear one thing and everybody's like, "Ooh, I gotta have it." But yeah, I can see that trend dying out. I can see Labubus like fading off into obscurity in the next year. And if they don't, whatever.
Fidget spinner moment.
Yeah, fidget spinner moment, Stanley Cup moment, right? And it's funny because there was just a Pokemon card scalper issue that we've been facing.
Dude, I have friends who have been absolutely wheezing up and down the Pokemon card business.
Dude, really?
Yeah, I have. They keep talking about it all the time. It was really funny. He was talking to the group about it. He was like, "Yeah, no, I'm getting my daughter into Pokemon cards, bro." And what they would do is they would literally go to the store, and she would look it out and pick up the Pokemon cards. And then the ones that she wanted, she got to keep, and the rest he sold. And they make shit tons of money off of that. It is wild.
Yeah, because there are idiots who are willing to pay crazy money for a piece of cardboard. Because they can't just wait till the trend dies off and then people forget about it. I don't know how popular the Pokemon card stuff is.
Pokemon cards have always been a thing. I don't even think this is a trend. I think this is just like the culmination of that economy. Because
Well, it's been a bit crazy as of recently because I think they released like a new series. I think it's like Prismatic or something like that. It's like a new series I think, and like those have just been like flying off of the shelves.
Yeah,
And it's resulted.
I've never really been a Pokemon card kid, but I've always known people in my life who were big on Pokemon cards. So this is like an event for them. All right.
I wasn't like a Pokemon fan, but I was really big. Like I did have like a ton of Pokemon cards when I was like younger because I got into it with my friends. Well, funny thing is, it was Yu-Gi-Oh at first, but then Yu-Gi-Oh just didn't seem as fun, and I actually just didn't actually learn how to play Yu-Gi-Oh. But Pokemon seemed way easier and like way more fun because the cards looked cooler, in my opinion. But
and then trading them and like comparing everybody's sets was always a really big thing about it.
Yeah, and it's okay. Hold on, it's so weird how like I couldn't tell you how because let me be frank. I started off with like no Pokemon cards, and then one day I had like over 100, like over 200, and I didn't buy a single one. It was literally just through trading.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I didn't buy a single Pokemon card.
Like
all the ones I had.
I want to say entrepreneur. I don't know, just like
yeah, that's literally how it is.
Pokemon card businessman, fry guy.
But it's weird because that's how that like it was like that for everybody. We all started like that.
Dipping Fries viewers, that's your homework. Draw a little fry guy with a bunch of Pokemon cards. That's fan art.
Literally, it was crazy. My empire was huge. But like, here's how it would happen. It was like you would start off, because like my friends had them, and I was like, oh, I want to get into Pokemon, and they would have like these super large decks, and they'd have these binders full of Pokemon cards. And they were like, okay, sure, yeah, I'll help you get into it. And what they would do is they would just give me all of the cards that they didn't want. And that was usually like such an easy start. So I usually started with like maybe a good 20 to 30 cards. And then there was two ways I would earn cards. One is we would do battles, and then we would, pretty much bet cards. We would do battles for cards. So, you put these on the line, and then you go against others, and then if you win, you get their cards. And then another thing that I also did was that I would I would simply just trade like a bunch of my cards for one really good card, and then after a little bit, I would trade that one really good card for like a few like semi good cards. And then it was usually just trading around that until I just pretty much had a decent stack of like really good cards, mid cards, and then like some throwaway cards that I just had just to have it. I honestly couldn't tell you like how I did it even back then, because it's still crazy to me like how I just ended up with no cards one day, and then another day I had like 200 that I like kept around a rubber band. It's insane without even buying them.
That's crazy.
Which is just yeah. I feel like that was the fun part for me though. Like that's what, because I didn't really care about Pokemon itself.
Yeah.
The fun thing was just like trading and then like getting certain ones and stuff like that. I don't know. It was crazy, dude.
I remember my friends. They had these like binders. They would take a binder from their school and they would fill it with these little like photo book like transparent plastic things, and they'd put all the cards in them, and they had like multiple of them, and they would bring them to church and trade them at church. Dude, and it would cut into the lesson time.
That's how you do it. That's how you do it. Take it to Sunday school, bro. Yes, bro.
Who would win, Charizard or Jesus?
Yeah, literally. If you do my Sunday school homework, I'll give you a Russian EX.
If you do the lesson for me, if you memorize this verse for me, I'll give you this guy. I don't know any of the Pokemon.
Yeah, no, dude, dude, the economy, the Pokemon economy was crazy. Because remember, it wasn't like just a few people doing it. It was like multiple. It was crazy. It
Kids,
was like
adults,
like our
everybody.
entire school had Pokeballs. Just like we all had Pokemon cards. It was
You
crazy.
had like black market dealers, this kid in a trench
literally,
coat,
no,
and he'd
yeah,
open up the
like-
trench coat, and there'd be a bunch of Pokemon cards hanging off it, and like, you want the good stuff?
Yeah, like we would have electives and stuff. I'd be like, dude, I can't wait to meet this guy at this elective today so I can trade and see what I can trade my Pokemon cards for. We'd be like in the back of the classroom, like just trading away, like while the teacher's reading off like from the social studies book, like. Dude, it was insane. We pretend like we were doing like a test or whatever, and we'd be like trading Pokemon. Dude, I'm telling you, it was insane. It was like a drug market. It's literally what it was like. It was like a drug market.
That's crazy.
It's like and then now I don't even have them anymore. Which is like I don't even know how I lost them. I just did. I don't know. It's crazy, bro. Like
I had tumultuous connections with Pokemon. I've never ever touched a Pokemon game, but I used to love the anime, the original one, with Ash Catch Them.
Well, he's like in all of them, bro.
Is he?
There's there's like multiple. So there's like multiple different like series. I guess like the way to do it. So there's like especially with the Pokemon, there's like multiple different like generations of Pokemon. So there was like Pokemon Diamond and Pearl, there's Pokemon Black and White, there's Pokemon
I see. Yeah, no,
Ruby Sapphire.
I just remember this show. It was very clearly like an old cartoon. It looked like something that'd be from the 90s. And I remember Ash and Misty and Brock and Team Rocket.
Oh yeah, that's the old one.
And I remember really liking Meowth. I thought Meowth was cool.
Meowth,
he was annoying.
Meowth was pretty cool. He's like, yeah, he was like one of the only Pokemon that actually just like spoke English.
Yeah.
and I think it was like that one specifically. Like I think other Meowths didn't speak English, but like he was the only one that did, for some reason.
There was this other one that I like, but I never saw him. I think he might be a late generation Pokemon, but it was like the fake Pikachu looking motherfucker with the warbly eyes. And he had like this
fake Pikachu.
Yeah, I don't remember.
Because
there's
there's evolutions. Because Pikachu's like an evolution of Pichu, which is like a smaller one.
Pichu. I'm looking.
And then there's Raichu, which is like
guys.
the evolution of that. Yeah.
Raichu. Oh yeah. Okay. I know. I'm looking at like. I'm gonna look this up. Fake Pikachu Pokemon. Please don't show me cards. Mimikyu. That's his name.
Mimikyu. Oh, okay. So it was a legit knockoff.
Yeah. Now I like that guy. I thought he was cool. I thought he was creepy and he was kind of just fuck ass. I don't think I ever saw him in this show though. I remember very little of that show though.
Oh, yeah. It's very old. I don't remember a lot from the show when I watched it consistently.
Yeah,
again, it's like a weird for me, it was really more just like trading with friends and stuff, which was really fun. That's really all I really cared about.
Yeah.
I didn't really I watched the show, but like I didn't really care all that much about like the series as a whole. Yeah, I do have one game though. I have Ruby Sapphire, which I haven't touched in like 4 years, because I have a PC, so it's like my DS is not that exciting anymore.
Yeah.
But
if they weren't so goddamn expensive, I would totally get a Game Boy and find some Pokemon games.
You'd probably be much better. You'd be much better getting like a DSi or a 3DS or a 2DS.
Yeah.
Because those are still a little more expensive, but there are some certain models that you can find that are like much cheaper. The 3DS is very expensive for what it is. They'll still go for like $300.
Yeah.
But like, like a 2DS or I got a 2DS XL.
I remember I used to really,
$70.
really want a 2DS, but Mom never got me one because they were too expensive, and she knew I would just fucking waste time on it. I would literally spend all day on that thing if I had one.
To be fair, when they were around, I don't even think like. I mean, there was like the PlayStation and like the Xbox, but like the handheld was like super base because you could just like take it anywhere.
Yeah.
And like literally that's what we would do. Like we would just take our DSs everywhere. We'd take them up to like the kids club, up to school, and we'd play them and stuff. And yeah, so that was, it was just more, it was a more convenient console,
Yeah.
if anything.
Yeah.
Plus, you can go on the internet with it, so it's like you could watch YouTube on your DS.
And
so
I understand
like,
that
hype.
the Nintendo Switch, and I've never seen the Switch 2. I haven't looked at that at all, but I understand that the Nintendo Switch is like vaguely trying to replicate that sort of handheld aspect, but I just don't think they do it as well because you still have to carry the controller bits and the screen bit, and you wouldn't be able to just fold it up like you could with a DS or a Game Boy SP or something like that.
It's not pocketable. It is portable.
Yeah, it's
not
like
pocketable, though.
backpackable or purseable, but it's not pocketable.
Yeah, and I don't know. I'm not a backpack type of person. I don't like carrying things. Like, I just like putting things in my pocket and just, I'm very minimalist with it. I just like to have my phone, my wallet, my keys, and then like my earphones, and like that's about it. If I have to like carry a backpack and stuff wherever, like everywhere I go, like that's just annoying to me. I don't like that. So
Yeah.
like that's, other than Nintendo being a garbage company, like that's a reason as to why I don't have a Switch, because it's just like it would literally just stay in my room. It wouldn't go anywhere.
Yeah. And
At least with my DS, I can take it wherever I want.
And even assuming I did want to play games on the Switch, which I do, I wouldn't really play that many. There are not many games on the Switch that interest me because I'm just not super interested in Nintendo games. I would play the new Zelda games, and if I could find them, old Zelda games, and I would play Animal Crossing, and I wouldn't even finish Animal Crossing. And you can really only effectively play Animal Crossing in the daytime, so that kind of makes it redundant for me anyway. So I would just be buying it to play one fucking game.
Literally. To be fair, since the Switch 2 is up, the original Switch is probably going to go for much cheaper. Like, you'll probably find those on like the used market for like $100.
You think so? You think so?
Yeah, and then people will start. Yeah, of course, because like the Switch 2 is out now. People are gonna sell their Switches to get the Switch 2.
That might be true. That might be true.
They're gonna do that, and then they're probably gonna bundle a few games with it to sweeten the deal.
I'm thinking about like what happened with PlayStation 4 when PS5 released, and that was not the case when PlayStation 5 was released at all.
To be fair, COVID happened, which is why
true.
the PS5 and Xbox was crazy expensive.
That is true too. So. And I didn't PS5 release like right on the cusp of Black Friday too, or am I crazy? Let me actually look at that.
I remember. I don't.
When PS5
Black Friday of 2019.
November 12th, 2020. Okay.
Oh, wow, that was super. That's really. I thought it was much earlier.
No, it was pretty recent.
Wait, no,
it was pretty recent.
no,
November 12th, 2020.
I'm tripping.
Black Friday 2020.
I'm thinking back when I bought my Xbox, which was like 2022.
Yeah. Friday, November 27th, 2020 was Black Friday, so...
I
was right. I was about a month off, but I was right.
There are like some people who like nowadays are like justifying like paying $1,000 for that console back then. They're like, bro, you just had to, in the moment, and it's like, no, you paid $1,000 for a $400 console.
Yeah.
Like, it's funny because you can find the PS5 for like $300 now. So it's like everybody who was paying $1,000 back then just got cucked out of $700.
Yeah, everybody wants it on release. It's how people are with a lot of things, honestly. I understand wanting to get like exclusive editions of stuff and wanting to get things on release, but like it's just never a good idea. It's just always like,
especially if you're gonna move on into the next thing.
Yeah,
especially if you'll move on to the next thing when the next thing comes out, and it's like, congratulations, I don't know, it's weird. Like, needing something right when it comes out is kind of stupid to me, unless you're just in that position where you're like, what I have is like crapping out on me.
Yeah. And
like I need to get something else.
Yeah.
That's when it makes sense. But if you're buying something because you want the feel of like having the latest and greatest, that's just like a never-ending like dopamine chase that like will probably never go away. And then by then you'll realize how much money you wasted.
Yeah.
When the thing inevitably drops in value.
Yeah.
So Very interesting. I bought mine in 2022, so it was like I bought not my PlayStation. I have an Xbox, but I bought my Series X in 2022. I paid a little much. I paid a little bit over what they went for. I think I paid like 600.
My PS4 is a hand-me-down. I think I got that in I want to say 2018. I don't know. I've had this thing for a while, but not since it released. Not at all.
Yeah. No, yeah. You would have been, what, 6, 7 when it came out?
Let's check that, actually. And that's getting censored, but I'm going to check it anyway. Did the PS4 come out? I don't remember. 2013. I have to do math, and I'm bad at math. So, I would have been 6. Yeah, you're right.
6, yeah. So 6 years old.
6 or 7.
6 years old with a PS4 would be crazy.
Yeah, that would be crazy.
Yeah.
No, but
I didn't get my first electronic till I was like 10, I think. Which was like my first phone. I got my first phone when I was 10, which is, you'd argue that's a very young age, but the phone in question was like utterly garbage. I think I've talked about this, not on the pod, but like my first phone sucked, but like I chose it because I was like, yes, I want this. It didn't even have like a front camera. It had like 1 gigabyte of storage. It was an experience, to say the least. But yeah, that was ripe old age of 10 years old.
I think when I was 10,
but no,
I didn't have a phone. I had a flip phone. My mom got me a flip phone because the only thing she wants me to be doing on the flip phone is like call people and stuff.
Yeah.
And, you know, I obviously want it because I wanted to play games on it and like watch YouTube and do things that you do with a phone in the modern age.
Yeah.
And you know what? It's funny. I actually found out how to watch YouTube on that flip phone.
Really?
Yeah, I did.
Was it like in 144p?
Yeah, it had a browser. The flip phone had a browser. But because it was a flip phone, you had to type with like the numbers. There's a term for that. I don't remember what it is, but you had to type with the numbers. And so I remember typing in youtube.com into the browser with the numbers. And it would take 3,000 years to load. And when it finally did, I would type in like epic Nerf war moments, and then it would take 3,000 years to load. And then I'd click on the first video I'd see, and it would be in 144p. And I'd watch it in 144p,
Nice.
and I'd be thoroughly entertained.
Nice. This is the modern day. I walked 10,000 kilometers to get to school.
I had to watch YouTube on my flip phone.
I watched YouTube on my flip phone. No, yeah, that's crazy. My first phone had like a 480p screen, so I was watching like Markiplier in like 480p for like a year.
That's wild. Yeah, no.
I know. I don't even know how I did it.
I used to have a laptop. My mom used to lend me her laptop, and that's how I found out about Markiplier and Minecraft and all the things that I'm familiar with now.
I feel like laptops. I don't know. I feel like laptops are just. I guess it might be just because I have a PC now, but it's just like. There aren't really a lot of cases where I would like need my laptop.
Weirdly enough, I agree. The thing is,
it just feels very impractical.
Yeah, I don't want a laptop because I just don't. I weirdly don't like laptops. But like, I'm at the point now where a laptop is cheap enough for me to plausibly buy it, and it'd be better than my actual computer right now.
Yeah.
I might actually just straight up buy a laptop if I get the money for it. When I get the money for it, because dead ass, it would just be a good idea. I could run stuff off of that.
Honestly, that's the cool thing about like a lot of electronics nowadays is that like a lot of the electronics were like they were good for the times they were made in, But I would say around that like 2017, 18 mark was when stuff started to kind of just get really, really good. And then there's just been this like stagnation of like repeated or like consistent like quality throughout a lot of things. Not saying that things weren't quality beforehand, but it's just like
Yeah.
if you use like an iPhone 10, it might be a little more. It might be a bit slower than like the iPhone 16, but I would say for the average person, you're probably gonna get like a similar experience if you don't care about like a ton of the bells and whistles that the iPhone 16 that the iPhone 16 Pro has. And I think it's just because there's just been like this ever since like that huge shift in like design and stuff like that. There's just been this consistent line of quality with a lot of electronics. So you can get something that's like really old nowadays from like 2017, 2018, 2019, and it'll still be pretty good.
Yeah.
It's just you'll get it for like much cheaper than what you get for like a new thing.
And it will like it'll be able to run most stuff, but there will definitely be things that it can't run, but it's all going to be like super modern stuff. That is unfortunately not the case for me. I have a my shit is not even like good for the time it was released in. I have an office computer, straight up. That is what this machine was designed for, and it was designed for that in 2010. So
Dang, dude.
yeah, no, this thing is
no.
Its date is coming.
Can it play Pop Tropica though?
Pop Tropica?
Can it play Pop Tropica?
Pop Tropica. What's Pop Tropica?
Dude, were you not honed into the Flash game era, bro?
No, I was not honed in the Flash game era.
Oh, dude, you need to like go back in time and like tell yourself to get on the Flash game trend, bro. Flash games are crazy. It's crazy. Okay, just thinking about it now, it's weird how like there was just so many things I did as a kid. Yeah, it's weird. Like, how was I into Pokemon cards? Had a DS, and then also like played Flash games. Like, were you not on Cool Math for Kids back then?
I was on.
They call it Cool Math games.
I was on.
It
Yeah,
used to be called Cool Math.
I was on Cool Math games. I wasn't on Cool Math games when it was called Cool Math for Kids. But weirdly enough, I feel the opposite way. I feel like I wasn't into anything when I was a kid. That wasn't like readily available. Yeah. All of my interests were like very, very niche. With some exceptions. Like, I was never a Pokemon kid. I think I've mentioned this before. I was never a Pokemon kid, but I was always a Beyblade kid. Like, if we're talking about physical toys.
Oh yeah. I was in Beyblade. Yeah.
I was totally a Beyblade kid.
Beyblade is it.
I remember taking my Beyblades to school and we would make them fight.
Yep.
And they got the good. I think that the new ones are good. The ones that like burst, and you have to.
I hate those. Those suck. Dude.
I think they're really good because there's a whole new level of ingenuity in those. You get to combine all the different parts and change the weight, and you get to actually think about how things will spin.
I'm going toy. I'm going toy conservative on this one, bro. Ain't nothing better than like pulling up to the kids club with your personal set of Beyblades, and then we had this because at this kids club I was at there was air hockey tables, but there would be like periods in time where like we would lose like the pucks and like the handles, and like we just wouldn't know where those went, so like they would be gone for a while. So like while in the meantime, while like the teachers have to like buy new ones, or like we'd find the old ones, we literally just like battle Beyblades on the air hockey table.
Yeah, but I like the burst ones though, because if they hit just right, somebody's gonna explode. It's really entertaining to watch. Although I will give you this: if you put one of the new ones against one of the metal old ones, the old one is sweeping because it's just heavier. But I think the plastic ones paired up with against each other are really entertaining to watch. I like those ones.
I guess to me it just feels like when your Android phone, you drop your phone in the classroom and like the battery falls out. That's what that reminds me of.
Never experienced that.
You've never experienced that? I've experienced that twice.
No.
It's it's degrading.
Now,
You start to question.
The worst time I've ever had a phone break was when I was in the parking lot. And it was a gravel parking lot, and I fell, and my phone fell out of my pocket and shattered the screen. But I've never ever had a battery fall out.
It's usually on phones that have removable backs, because that was just a thing back then, where like you could remove the back of your phone.
Yeah.
And a lot of phone enthusiasts love that aspect. I think it makes the phone feel cheap. I'll stand by that.
I've never
a lot
done
of
that.
Phones. No, yeah, a lot of phone people love it because they can just take off the back and then swap the battery and then instantly have a fully charged phone, which is cool, I guess, but it's I'd much prefer just a premium feeling phone rather than versatility or function. But that's just
this reminds me of this one time my phone was very close to being broken. So what we were doing, I think I was doing something outside. I think we were cleaning out my mom's car. And I put my phone on the hood so I could go and clean it out. And then I forgot that it was there. And so she started driving, and we're halfway onto the road when we realize, oh shit, my phone is just sitting on the hood. And I think the only reason it didn't slide away was because I had one of those rubber case things, and the friction and so we had to slow to a stop so I could go get my phone. And then I'm pretty sure that
must have been the funniest thing to see as a other driver. You're just what the heck?
There's just a whole ass phone on the hood.
Literally.
Dude, I got so lucky that time, and I immediately fucked it up because I'm pretty sure after that happened is when I fell in the gravel and broke it.
Crazy.
But yeah, and now my phone screen's cracked too because I threw it. I have a really.
You threw it?
I did throw it. Yeah. I'm not gonna.
What?
I'm not gonna get into the context, but I threw it, and I threw it because I was mad. I threw it at somebody, and it cracked the screen.
Rip.
I wasn't thinking about it at all, and the case is still on. Nothing is that fucked up, but it's just the screen. I got a really bad
turn that case.
I got a really bad habit with screens.
I'm honestly quite the opposite. I don't like to rock phones bare. There are some people who like to rock their phones caseless. I don't like
rocking
that.
my phone caseless either.
Because phones are very.
I always have a case.
Phones are very fragile.
What I need to get out of the habit of doing is taking the screen protector off, though.
Oh yeah, I don't have screen protectors.
It's just so satisfying.
I always think about getting one. Oh, you have the plastic bubbly ones?
Yeah.
The little wobbly ones?
Yeah, the little wobbly ones.
Those aren't actual screen protectors. I genuinely feel like those are scams. Those aren't actual. Those aren't protective screens.
You're
those
probably right, but
yeah,
it would be cool.
It's like a white T-shirt and being oh yeah, this will protect you against the Antarctica. No, it's a shirt, buddy. But I've always been interested. I've been interested in those private screen protectors that if you tilt it a certain way, it prevents you from seeing or prevents other people from seeing your phone.
Mm-hmm.
Which I thought was just a cool concept.
Yeah.
But, I don't know. I it's the same thing with pop sockets for me, where it's just I would love to just be able to put it on and take it off whenever I want, but I can't.
Yeah.
So it's if I take off my screen protector, I gotta do this crazy I have to go through all these steps to put it on again, with no bubbles and stuff. And same thing with pop sockets. It's you can't take those off interchangeably. It's once it's on your case, it's on there.
Yeah.
So
I actually used to like pop sockets. My mom's got a pop socket. They're useful, but I do absolutely see what you mean. They're bulky and annoying.
Yeah, it's cool because it's a cool concept. It's just I would much prefer
and
I don't know, maybe they should make cases with magnetic pop sockets.
That'd be a cool idea. Yeah, cool. I think that might fuck up your phone inside, but that would be cool. But no, the only time I've ever seen, the only applicable use I have in my head for a pop socket is putting your phone up on your desk to watch YouTube or something, or like laying
Yeah.
down and having it up next to you. But other than that,
Yeah.
I can't really, I can't really relate.
Yeah. And the thing is, there are like cases that have like kickstands built in them, but they're like the cases themselves are just like so super thick, and I'm just like, I don't want to carry that around. I don't want to carry around this brick. uh, so I've always been like I don't like thin case. I don't like ultra thin cases where like there's like no protection, but I just like a decent hard case. Like I'm a hard clear case type of guy. Like that's how I like my phone cases. But um,
Yeah, yeah, I get you. We got really off topic. Wow. We
yeah,
went on for a while. You were gonna talk about eBay scams.
yeah. So one thing that you'll see a lot on eBay and like other places too is like a lot of scam listings, and it's funny because they come in different formats. So there's like some where like they'll say it's one phone, but like it's just this handmade piece of crap that looks nothing like the actual phone itself. But they'll just list it on there, and it's funny because it's just like if anybody buys that, like I'm not mad. I cannot. I'm mad at you for buying it. Like
You gotta be dumb to fall for
yeah,
that.
you have to be like absolutely stupid to fall for something like that. And then there's like more complex ones. And this was like an issue back then, back when like phones had a more dated design with like home buttons and stuff. So back then it was a lot easier to replicate phone designs because the materials were easier to be to like duplicate. So like phones with like home buttons and stuff, it was a lot easier to like copy that because say for example like the Galaxy S7 that has like home buttons, it's made with like glass and stuff like that, but you can make an equivalent to that but with like plastic and stuff. So like you don't actually have to buy the same parts, but you can still have a similar looking phone. So a lot of like one-to-one copies were like was like a really big issue back then. It's not like that now because first of all the quality and the technology, like the designs of our phones today is just like you can't necessarily copy that because the way they're made. The way they're made is like just too good. So like with screens, the way you get that like no home button type of design is that like they'll take the screen and they'll like bend it under and they'll put it like they'll put the screen like under the phone. So like a part of the screen you don't actually get to see, but it's like under the phone. But like that's how they're like able to seamlessly like get that no bezel type of look. But anyways, yeah. So I've come across many listings that are just terrible copies of like high end phones like iPhones and Galaxies and stuff, and I'll just see people that like try to like scam people out of it, and it's honestly really crazy. In some cases, it's just blatantly easy to find out. But in other cases, it's like you kind of have to know what you're looking for.
Yeah.
But yeah, a lot of the copies. If you even look it up, like a lot of the fakes are like just so hilariously bad. If you go on Amazon, dude, if you go on Amazon and just type up like Galaxy S24, you'll instantly find like 50 different fake versions. It's actually insane. It's funny how there's like no regulation behind a lot of this stuff. So
Yeah. That's wild.
yeah, it's funny, but I feel like that would be. I think it would be a good video just to like go over that stuff.
That dive into that little rabbit hole.
Yeah. Maybe even buy some and like review them or whatever, and then return
That'd
them
be
within the 30-day window.
You like have to rank how well they scammed you.
Exactly. Like literally. So yeah, if anybody's watching this, if you're on eBay, don't buy anything that doesn't have pictures, like actual pictures. But yeah, I think that'd be a really interesting video because there are so many like super funny scam listings, bro. There'd be like the iPhone 16. Somebody will be like the the F phone 1.6.
Yeah,
but
that's wild.
Yeah, scam listings.
Scam listings.
Maybe I should put some scam listings up.
What would you put up? Moody?
Yeah, free Moody.
Dude, it reminds me of the of that one image where it's just like, just an image of a person and the name on eBay is just like Bert, and then they're selling them for $10.
What?
Images like that. You've not seen stuff like that? There's definitely a meme. I'll find it later. But
I mean, I've seen some like funny like Craigslist memes where like someone's selling like a plate of chicken.
Memes. Yeah.
Or, dude, when the BTS meal was out back in like 2020 or like 2019, people were selling the bags, the McDonald's bags of the BTS meal for like $50. It's like, brother, I can go buy a BTS meal right now and get the same bag. Why are you selling me the bag for $50?
Yeah.
It was. That's funny.
It also reminds me of the. I don't know if this was Craigslist or eBay, but there is a Cheeto market on eBay.
Dude, yeah, I think I've heard of that. It's crazy.
So we were diving into it on the Year 4 Halloween stream, which was a while ago. But literally on eBay, they're selling specifically shaped Cheetos for lots of money. Like a Cheeto that's shaped like a gorilla face, or a Cheeto that's vaguely shaped in the image of like a pose somebody's doing. And they'll caption it like Tiger Woods shaped Cheeto, and then they'll put the image next to it, and they'll try and make it so
Tiger Woods shaped Cheeto.
Yeah, I swear that's a thing. I gotta find it. Hold on.
Cardi B shaped Cheeto
shapes. I'll look at this. I swear it's so fucking funny. Yeah. Here you go. Harambe shaped Cheeto.
That is so dumb.
You'd be surprised how fucking many of these there are. Oh my god.
Bro, this isn't real. Some fat idiot just like chewed out some Cheetos and sculpted this. You think they're just like buying multiple bags of Cheetos and just like individually inspecting each chip, just going, what does this look like? Oh, is that Cardi B's dumpy?
This is probably a really bad one.
That's just a chip. Resist fish shaped $1,400. It's
crazy.
just a chip. $63 for 24 months? Bro, imagine financing a Cheeto.
Oh my fucking god, I keep finding more of them.
How?
Oh my fucking god, look at this. Lannister shaped Cheeto. What the fuck?
Bro, they're just taking anything, dog. $500.
Oh my fucking god!
You know
you
it's
sell that, dude.
Literally, like, and what are you gonna do with it? Oh yeah, I have a Tyrion Lannister shaped Cheeto. It's just a chip, bro. It looks nothing like him.
Holy fucking shit! Oh my god!
This is the dumbest community I've ever seen. I don't care who you are. If you participate in this idiotic, if you participate in this madness, you deserve to have the piss slapped out of you, because this is stupid. $500 for a jalapeno Cheeto. What? That is okay. First of all, that's an insane profit. Judging that these bags probably go for at most $4 a piece if you're buying like the big ones.
Oh
that is an insane
dude.
Profit. Yeah, let me just get like a long one and do.
You know how like constellations are literally entirely predicated on the imagination, because if you actually look at the stars, they look fucking nothing like what they're saying. Yeah, that's like this, but worse.
This is horrible, bro. Where's the other arm? What?
Oh my fucking god.
Dog, I swear, dude, I'm literally not joking. I think people are just taking Cheeto pieces and just like sticking them together and going, "Oh, look at this, guys! Look."
Holy fucking shit! What even is this? This one doesn't even have a comparison image. It's just a fucking thing.
They're like duck-shaped Cheeto.
Duck-shaped Cheeto. This one, it's on eBay. It just says hot Cheeto shape. There's nothing else.
Cheeto shape?
There's no listing. Yeah, no, okay, now it says flaming hot Cheeto shaped like a duck, but at first it just said hot Cheeto shape.
Cheeto shape.
I can't believe hot Cheeto shaped Cheeto.
Who's buying these, bro?
Oh my fucking god. I found
Who's
Cheeto shaped
this?
like seahorse going for $30. Dude, I'm so sorry. This is such an awful podcast because they're gonna need all of this visual context for the fucking Cheetos.
Dude, this looks like nothing. It's just a chip. You're just doing this for the love of the game. Brand new. Oh, really? Brand new Cheeto shaped like Cheeto. Get out of here, bro. Shut
Cheeto
up.
Shaped like smile.
That is not a seahorse. Okay, this has to be a troll. This is
$100.
$100. This is a
free
meme.
delivery located in the United States.
Wow, 100% positive.
I found a $500 one. Hot Cheeto shaped like musket. That looks nothing like a musket.
That's just a chip. That is just a chip. Oh, you know they're a scammer. Brody Sports Cards? Yeah, you're a scalper. Oh, and $7 delivery fee? That's crazy.
I found.
What do you need $7 for, bro? Just cover the shipping costs.
I found a $6.50 shipping fee with $500. It is Cheeto Infinity Gauntlet.
Cheeto Infinity Gauntlet. It looks nothing like it. Bro, this has to be like a meme, like just like a community full of like memers. There's no way people are genuinely buying this stuff, bro.
Oh my fucking god. Imagine if imagine if somebody actually did buy all these. Oh my god.
They do not deserve to function as a human being. They need to be instituted in a psych ward.
What the fuck? Beatles hot Cheeto shape?
This is worse than like the phone with TikTok trend.
The phone with TikTok trend?
Yeah, back in like January when TikTok got banned or was about to get banned, people were selling phones on eBay that had TikTok on it for like tens of thousands of dollars.
Oh my fucking god.
there are still some listings on there if you go and check. It's like phone with TikTok and it is going for like 10 grand. It's crazy.
That's crazy. Phone with TikTok. Just it has it installed. It wasn't. That was because it was gonna get the scare.
It was gonna get banned,
deleted, and then it never did.
It never did. Well, it got banned for like 12 hours.
Happens. I remember that, and it didn't even like they didn't even uninstall or anything. It was literally just like a pop up being like, "Yeah, sorry, give us a minute." That was all it was.
Literally.
Dude, I will never forget that fucking Congress hearing, dude. Oh my god.
Yeah, that was horrendous. Those guys are so old. Just go home. Go home, Grandpa. Just go. Just stop. What are you doing? Like, you don't know anything you're talking about, bro. Wait till he finds out what Lebanese chicks are.
I will literally never forget. If I go on an airplane and I have TikTok on my phone, can TikTok turn off airplane mode? Crash the plane.
If I order food on TikTok, are they going to poison my food? Like, wait till that guy finds out what porn is.
That's actually wild. If I go to the porn website on TikTok, will TikTok download my porn? Will TikTok
Now,
be my search history?
now, there's this account called Big Booty Bonanza, and they keep showing up on my feed. This is illegal.
This is illegal.
So your feed is based on the things that you like. This is illegal. And it needs to be gone. This is witchcraft.
Why am I getting images of TikTok on TikTok? We need to get away from this stupid fucking bit. Oh my god. Oh man.
An iPhone? What's an iPhone?
iPhone? Well, what about a U-phone?
I wonder what that guy's day-to-day life is.
I don't know.
Like, bro, he just stares at a wall until it's time to go to work.
He stares at a wall until it's time to go to work. His wife makes him cookies. He takes one. He goes to work.
Deborah, I'm telling you, this TikTok thing is it's spyware. It's unsafe for the American people.
Spyware? Spy right here. Stupid, I'm sorry.
What does TikTok mean? Why is it named TikTok?
Does
it mean the end of the world?
Yeah, is it TikTok in the days until I die? Until my chemo runs out? That's fucked up. We should really...
Oh god, that guy is so old, bro.
Oh man, is it even worth getting into my other topic anymore? I feel like we can't top the eBay Cheeto bit.
I don't think we have to top it. We can end off the podcast decently.
Okay.
Make the people feel like they actually came here for something.
Yeah. I don't even know what I'm gonna fucking title this podcast, because I feel like my talk about PirateSoftware was expansive enough to make it the title, and it's a trending situation right now. But I think that the Cheeto shit is more relevant. Weird eBay rabbit holes.
Yeah, exactly. Weird eBay rabbit holes.
Oh man. All right. Well, I guess I'll talk about it. So. What all do you know about PirateSoftware?
He goes by Thor, which isn't his actual name.
That is true. It is his middle name.
Yep. He has a game that I know you talked to me about at one point called Heartbound, which isn't finished, and it's been almost a decade.
Yep.
And he doesn't like the stop killing games, thing.
Yeah. So I think a lot of people know about Thor recently because of Stop Killing Games, because the movement was dying, and so everybody started flocking to it and trying to get it back up, and now it's doing better than it ever has. Now it's almost at 2 million signatures or something, which is good.
Surpassed its goal by a lot.
But before that, he had really just basically killed it. If you don't know what it is, Stop Killing Games is a European movement. I would sign it, but I am not a European citizen.
I wanted to sign it, but I was like, oh, it's only for the EU and UK.
Yeah,
so.
But it's basically just this movement saying hey, games you need to be able to play video games after they have died. After the player base is gone or whatever, after you're no longer making money off of it, you still need to be able to preserve the game in some way, because what happens is the company stops supporting it, and so the game basically just gets destroyed, and so people who paid for that product are not really getting it. And there's a bunch of confusion about that, but that generally is basically just that's actually a really good movement, saying, hey, we should be able to use the things we buy. Just because you stop supporting it doesn't mean we should be forced to be this way. And your player base is going to be dedicated enough to support it on their own anyway, so you don't need to do this whole fucking thing. And for some reason, PirateSoftware really did not like that movement. He really thought it was stupid and bad, and I don't know why, because I actually used to be a Pirate Software viewer. I think he's my most subscribed channel on Twitch by far. And there's different reasons as to why, but like he was always an advocate for like doing your own research and not jumping to insane conclusions as people do on the internet. And that is kind of just what he did with the Stop Killing Games thing, and so it was very, I don't know. It felt bad.
Yeah.
But I used to watch his channel all the time. You know how he has the video game that he's making?
Yeah.
I think it looks good. I've played the demo. The demo looks good. I think that a lot of the people who are criticizing it are kind of just trying to find reasons to hate it, because it, you know, you're never going to be able to top Undertale, but the demo really isn't that bad. I think I played it with Trashy, actually.
Yeah, people tend to overinflate things just for the sake of, like, hating. Like, I don't know. It's something I see a lot. It's like where people, they're like, oh, they don't like you, so they're going to look at everything in the worst way possible instead of actually trying to give you any sort of credit.
Yeah, and basically, like, you know, the game. I knew the game was in development, and I only ever played the demo, and I liked what I played in the demo. Now, the game, I think it costs $5 on Steam, which is a little bit weird because it's not complete, but, you know, we're going with it, right? Yeah. On his stream, he has these channel points, and if you got, like, 500,000 channel points, he would basically just give you a key to the game. You would basically just get the game for free. Now, you would have to watch him for thousands of hours in order to get that many channel points, but you don't have to pay $5. And I was like, you know what? I like watching him develop shit, and, you know, this seems fine enough. I can just listen to this. And so that's what I did. That was literally my routine for a while, was at 3 a.m., whenever he would start streaming, I'd go work out, and I'd go do a set, and then I'd come back and collect my channel point bonus, and then I'd go do another set and come back and collect my channel point bonus, and I'd do that until I was done, and then I'd go to bed. And then I stopped doing that, because and there's other things about him that I think are genuinely really good. I think that there are a lot of people who are just kind of trying to ignore good things about him because of the fact that he's kind of fallen off the fucking deep end. What he did is, you know how streamers have text-to-speech? What he does is, instead of having text-to-speech play automatically, he could never do that because he has so many fucking viewers, but he has a manual one. He presses a button and it plays a text-to-speech. Now, over the course of the stream, that money gets accumulated really high. You know, there's like hundreds of text-to-speeches, and he's never going to get through them all. And so what happens is, all of the money that he doesn't... all of the money accumulated in text-to-speech messages that he did not read goes into a debt tracker on his Discord server. And when that debt tracker reaches a certain threshold, all of that money gets dumped into a charity. Because the way he sees it, if he doesn't answer your question, he doesn't deserve your money. And that is a legitimately good thing to do, right? So maybe he was just doing it to, you know, like, I think of what people say when they think of Mr. Beast all the time, where it's like, you know, he's just doing it for the fame and virtue signaling. But, like...
if you just... with Mr. Beast, it's like... there are, like, dumb decisions he's made, but it's like, his intention isn't like, oh, I'm gonna exploit everybody for the most money possible. It's like, he's simply just like, I want to make the best videos possible. Here are some factors where that would be the case.
If that was his intention, I feel like bad intention doesn't undo the good thing. You still did a good thing. People are still, you know, there's still like obvious repercussions, you know, consequences to the good thing, right?
I think it depends. Yeah, it depends. But like, cause like there are like some bad things that can just overwhelm a lot of the good that you do. But like,
I think that's if the worst what's happening here.
If the worst you've done was like if the worst thing Mr. Beast ever did was like be rude to like a fan, it's like, yeah, that's not really cool, I guess. But it's just like, I'm not gonna be like, oh yeah, cancel him because he was just rude one time to one fan. Like that's one whole situation that we don't know how it went. I don't know. It's like that's not enough in my opinion.
Yeah.
To just be like, oh yeah, Mr. Beast deserves all of his like good charity work. All him having like, an entire channel dedicated to like doing philosophical acts and stuff. All that stuff just doesn't matter simply because he was mean to one fan. Like that's not enough for me. But if he was like scamming people out of their money like intentionally, like that's when I'd be like, yeah, that's not cool. I can't support that. But it's just like one moment that we don't know completely is just like, I don't know. If that's the worst we're getting from Mr. Beast, you can choose not to support him. But it's like he's not the devil. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And I think that what's funny enough is I feel like Pirate Software is the example of what happens if like it gets too bad and the bad thing starts outweighing the good thing.
Yeah.
Because there's other stuff that he did. Like I was watching him for Heartbound. I liked watching him stream Heartbound. I like the fuck ass useless box explanations that he did in MS Paint. I like a lot of YouTubers that explain things like that. But slowly but surely, he stopped streaming Heartbound, and I think that was because he just stopped working on it. I think he stopped actually developing the video game.
Yeah.
So, and then like, I didn't pick up on it back then. I do now that I've been forced to kind of step back and rethink it. But there would always be these like little peaks of narcissism that would appear and then run back into the weeds. And I don't like switching up on people. I don't like immediately being like, oh yeah, I knew all the time. But retrospectively, I feel like I should have caught it.
I guess it would be hard too if like this if he just had a reputation again, like if the worst thing he ever did was just make a few like narcissistic comments. Like, I mean, he's a successful streamer. He probably has a bit of an ego. It probably glares through a few times. It's not the end of the world. It's off-putting. I can't say it isn't, but it's just like, if that's the worst, it's like, can I really, like, I don't know. I can't, like, make him seem like he's the worst person ever. But then, like, looking retrospectively with, like, all these big events, you look back and you're like, oh, this is how he's really
these are signs.
Yeah, like this is how bad it actually gets. And it's like, though it's not a situation where it's like those little spurts of narcissism is the worst thing ever. It's like those little spurts of narcissism are like slipping through cracks, and then what actually lies underneath is like this huge pool of narcissism.
Yeah.
So where it's like those little spurts isn't the worst thing. It's only like just the beginning.
Yeah, yeah. There was like how on stream he would talk about himself all the time. He would talk about Blizzard. He would talk about his history there, and I always just figured, hey, people are asking questions. He's trying to explain his background or whatever, and his background might not even be true now that we're looking at it. But like, there's not much of a reason to like really delve into this, right? And then there was this one thing, and this is what made me think about something, because there have been people recently who've been saying like, Pirate Software is the guy who sounds really smart until he actually talks about something that you understand. A couple of years ago, there's this website called User Benchmark, and it basically just like lets you compare PC parts. And it's still active today, but a couple of years ago, there was this big controversy about how User Benchmark basically just, canned all of its, it basically just like canned a lot of its Ryzen products in favor of Intel products. They would rank Intel products higher than Ryzen products, which isn't really true, Ryzen has always kind of been a little bit better than Intel. They were biased. And users noticed this, and they would like post reviews being like, hey, this is marked wrong, and User Benchmark would delete them. And the reason I'm bringing this up is because I saw this. I knew this happened. I can't find any sources on it now, but it was a thing. You can find YouTube videos about it still, right? There was this situation on stream where Pirate Software like was using User Benchmark to compare PC parts, and his chat mentioned it. He was like, hey, this was biased. And he freaked out about it. Like, he really didn't react well. He just kept saying something like, this website literally has thousands of benchmarks. What are you talking about? Literally, what do you know? And it's like, yes, but this was also a thing. And at first I was just not understanding why he wasn't hearing his chat out, but now I think that this was kind of supplemental to something else.
Very Hassan-esque.
Yeah, definitely. And so he kind of just got like a little bit worse and worse. I started to like his content less and less. He went through this really, really big Helldivers phase that I wasn't really a fan of. Helldivers was cool, but Sony kind of came and fucked it all up. And then the WoW drama happened, and that's what you don't know about the WoW drama?
I do not know about the World of Warcraft.
Oh shit!
Was that wait? Was that moment where he like abandoned his team?
Yeah. So basically, what happened is they were playing World of Warcraft hardcore mode with a bunch of other streamers. It was this big event, and they were in this dungeon, and they found a boss fight. And the boss fight was way too powerful for any of them. And so the call was made, they said run, and they started running away. And PirateSoftware is at the very end of this line. And he decides to book it as fast as he can. While all of his other teammates are kind of passively fighting this boss as they're sort of migrating out of the dungeon, right? Now the boss is chasing them. And by the time they notice it, PirateSoftware is like all the way down the way. He's like basically at the end of the dungeon. And they're like, hey, and he's just standing there waiting for them by this point. And they're like, hey, what the fuck? Why aren't you helping us, man? And he's just like,
brother, what are you doing?
And then PirateSoftware, he was like, cocky about it. He was just like, hey, I don't have any resources. What do you expect me to do for you? Which is like a cocky response. And then a couple of people died, and that sucks because World of Warcraft, permanent character death. Yeah.
Yeah. Anything that says hardcore, I'm like, yeah, I know their entire save is just wipes.
But here's the thing, is that I honestly feel like what he did on World of Warcraft wasn't that bad. Because like
that felt much like again, it's like one of those things where it's like I don't think it's like a cancelable act, but I think like if people are just off put by you because of that, it's like I can't blame them. But again, if like people want to be fans of them, I can't be like, all right, well you suck because of it, because it's like, well, if that's the worst thing in the world, is like, who cares?
Absolutely. And I honestly feel like, y'all have done worse things to me in like Minecraft, right? But we always find that thing funny. We always are able to laugh about it and stuff. And if I'm mad about it, we're always like, we get cagey about it and we're like, sorry, I didn't know. I feel like I've done...
The intent is not to just like screw anybody over.
Exactly.
The intent is to be funny, and sometimes it fails.
Yeah, and I feel like I've done worse things to you in like pressure or something, right? So the act itself is not that bad. The problem was that he was an asshole about it, and after the fact, he was continuing to be an asshole about it. And you're streaming on Twitch, and so your Twitch chat is just going to be one half blindly supporting you and the other half blindly hating you, and so that's just going to make you more and more angry. And I think that's what happened, and he just was like really cocky about it, and he started ranting about it, and that went on for like 40 minutes of him just ranting and banning people and kind of basically just crashing out, That was the problem. It wasn't about the video game, it was about him. And so when that happened, that was what seriously made me reconsider my Twitch subscription to him.
Yeah.
Because at that point, I just realized, I was like, you know what? I would probably be giving him less money if I just bought the godforsaken video game.
Literally.
So I have no longer subscribed to PirateSoftware, and I've been considering leaving his community, because I was in his Discord server, and his Discord server is fine. It's full of cool people, but they are also all kind of low-key, like, blindly defending him. I
hate those.
It's not exactly the Areopagus in there. You can't exactly present a biased take,
Yeah, that's how it is with a lot of communities, honestly. And that's what's so frustrating about it, because it's like so many people, and I guess that's what makes it weird too. Is like, what, this guy is like, what, maybe 30, I would assume.
Yeah, 30, 40. Let me actually look that up.
You crashing out like that at a bunch of like most likely like 18-year-olds, bro, or maybe even like people around your age, bro. It's just like,
Damn.
I don't know. I feel like if I was 30, I just wouldn't crash out like
He's
that.
older than I thought it was. He was 37 years old.
He's 37?
Yeah. That's like 2 steps away from being 39, 40.
Brother, you're approaching he's not Unk status is knocking on his doorstep. You're crashing out at that old age, bro?
On like Twitch teenagers
like,
nonetheless.
Yeah, that's almost that's like lolcow
He's
type of stuff.
I think he definitely been considered a lolcow as of recent.
I feel like in order for there might need to be a little more cooking up for him to have certified lolcow status.
Yeah.
But I think if he doesn't like calm down or whatever, he might be on his way there.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, 37 is crazy. You're
Yeah.
yelling at your chat like that at that big old age, bro. Go have a kid, like.
Bro, go have a kid.
Like, brother, no, 30. That is crazy. I'm not even trying to be ageist. It's just like, why do you even care so much at that point, bro? You're like old. Just these people are most likely like in their young to mid 20s.
Yeah. I did totally neglect to mention that on the amount of things that he does do, I didn't even write this in my notes because I did write notes for this. He has a ferret rescue where he it's like an animal rescue, but it's just about ferrets. So yeah, he does genuinely do stuff, but also I feel like crashing out at almost 40 is a little bit.
Yeah, that is not a good look, brother.
Yeah.
Like that's rather it's I mean, it's definitely a bad look since he's that old. It's an immature thing, but it's just like at 37, bro. If you're like 25, it's like it's stupid, but like 37, you should
you should be more mature than this.
Yeah, like things should not be getting to you like that at that old age, bro. At least not like Twitch chat or whatever. It's like you have to be genuinely narcissistic to be that mad about like you being wrong.
Do you think an apology video could save him? If he posted like a genuine one that wasn't fuck ass and stupid?
I think honestly,
if he asked people to go support Stop Killing Games and like apologize for the WoW drama and like dived into his controversies, do you think a genuinely good video could suffice or nah?
I honestly, if this is like the worst he's ever done, I think just a thorough, because it's gonna go two ways. Either one, he's gonna do the apology video, or two, he's gonna double down. And if he I think his career will be. I think he'll still have a career. I'm not gonna say it's gonna be fine. I think he'll still have a career either way. But I think if he makes an apology video, it should be like a thorough one, explaining all of his like claims, and then like being like, I was wrong here. This is not a good way to think. This was stupid.
Yeah.
I should see it like this. I should have saw it like this. I was too up my own butt about this or whatever. I think if he just genuinely like makes like a dedicated, good sized apology video and just goes over everything and it's just like, yeah, this sucks. This. I shouldn't have done this. I've been pretty crappy. Support Stop Killing Games, stuff like that. I think he can turn it around.
Yeah, but
that's usually not a case with narcissists. They
that would take at the very least a year of character development.
Yeah, he would need quite the epiphany, but I think if he doesn't change, which I'm just going to wager and say that's what's going to happen, he either might do like a crappy apology and like and that might worsen his reputation, or he can just like stop talking about all this and just continue streaming, and his viewership will probably just drop in general.
Yeah, it'll slowly
I think he'll
decline.
still have. Yeah, I think he'll still have a career of some sort. I don't think any of this is like career ending.
It'll be enough it'll be enough to fund charity and run his ferret rescue, but his big days are done.
Yeah, unless he makes the apology video, but like, if he doesn't, then it's
this is actually not the only time he's made a response video, but his response video wasn't. It was okay, you know. It was like
the response of all time.
Yeah, pretty much. It was just sort of whatever. Like he talked about stuff. Some of it he mentions that makes a lot of sense. Some of it he mentions that doesn't really make sense. It feels like he's just deflecting the issue, and he doesn't really check off everything on the bingo card, you know. But
Yeah.
it was sufficient for the time. But now that everybody's like really, really crashing out, really mad at him, and like looking at this situation in a bottle, it looks pretty bad.
Yeah. Um, so I don't know. I'm just gonna bet and say that he's gonna double down, or he's gonna make an even crappier apology, and he'll his viewership will probably halve, and then the downfall videos will go crazy and stuff like that, and all
Yeah.
that. Or he could just turn it around. He might make an apology. Who knows? Who knows? But
I might leave his
usually,
Discord server right now, honestly.
yeah, I don't know.
I haven't talked in it in months.
Yeah, I don't know. Even like wholesome communities. I guess I'm not super. I don't know. I'm not super into. I guess I'm very much a
Yeah.
silent viewer with
Yeah.
most people.
I don't like wholesome communities, I'm not gonna lie. I
Yeah,
feel like
it gets weird, like weirdly parasocial, and I
definitely,
don't
yeah.
like
It
that.
gets weirdly
Like,
parasocial, and I think that there are a lot of like just straight up not very mature people in some of those communities. Like, that's kind of
yeah,
the thing. I was like, I'm looking at a different server right now, and it's like one half some of the smartest people I've ever known, and one half like fucking kids, and it
that's the
just,
thing. That's exactly what it is. It's like you meet like these super creative people. They're super cool. They like you could see they're like they're like just really awesome, and then you also have like this super immature side who
yeah.
like
Yeah,
who like
I've
infantilize
that's kind
and
of why
sexualize
I've
people. It's
why
just
I've structured Cunt Club in the way I have, because I honestly do genuinely think that like if you put yourself in a position where like there is a very clear like area of like edginess that is acceptable, that isn't
yeah,
too far, that isn't too little. I think that
yeah,
that's the good thing.
very Jay
Although
Schlite.
if yeah. Although if the server ever gets popular, I will probably shut it down because I think it was Gianni Matrograna who said this because he was talking about pressure. He just said that he fucking hated Discord servers because unless it's like a little small thing for your friends, it's either going to be complete anarchy or fucking Rome.
Yeah, pretty
So
much. Yeah,
Cunt Club will shut down if we ever take off, or it might
yeah,
not get shut down, but I'll definitely take it down to invite only. Maybe you need to subscribe to Patreon to get it or whatever, right? But
yeah.
I'm not looking to if I ever actually have to get moderators for a Discord server, we're done. We're done.
Yeah, it's like I'm laughing at you. I'm laughing at the Discord mods. It's like you're a Discord mod, bro. Like, what do you? What you think I wouldn't find that funny? Like, I mean, yeah, no. That's why I try to be like I'm very like hands off with like my audience,
Yeah.
because I just I don't mind, like I appreciate like people being fans. I love like I don't really read the comments. I'll read like some of the top comments, but like I really won't go like too deep into the weeds. But
Hmm.
like if some people are just like, hey, I really like the video, or hey, cool video, like that's nice. I appreciate that. I get it. But it's just like I'm not gonna encourage any sort of like weird activity. I'm not gonna like uh, uh, I'm not gonna encourage any sort of like idolization of me, I guess, in a way. Like I think
Yeah.
having like a fan base would be cool, but it's like I'm not gonna actively go out and make a Discord for myself because I simply just well, one, I don't see myself in the way to where it's like, oh, I want to have a community of people on Discord. It's just like I want if somebody else wants to go and do that, they can, but it's just like in terms of me, I'm going to be very like hands off with my audience because I want it to be clear that it's just like I don't know any of you guys. I'm not going to sit up and like
Yeah.
make it seem like we're closer than it actually seems, stuff like that. It's just like
I
I
always think that
appreciate.
Jay Schlatt had the best take on it. It's just like you got to treat my shit like a TV show. You can't get too attached to it. Just
Yeah, and it's
something you
like
throw
people.
on, eat to it, leave.
Yeah, and people will inevitably get connected. I mean, we all do. We all have like our
Yeah.
favorite content creator or stuff like that. But it's just like I don't want people to like put me on a pedestal or make it seem like they have to like bat for me or come to my defense if anything were to happen. I just don't want people to see me as like more than I actually am. I'm just a guy making vids, right?
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
that's pretty much all there is to it. There are people who are out there like working with the homeless, saving lives, fighting fires. Praise them for those acts, right? I'm sitting in my room all day making retarded videos. It's like, you know, who it's entertainment, but it's like don't act like I'm some special entity that is like once in a lifetime that
Yeah.
you'll will never be seen again. Like there will never be another Fry Guy. There'll probably be
Yeah.
another Fry Guy. It's like it's whatever. I don't know. I again I appreciate like people who like watch and support my stuff. I do. It's a reason as to why I do it. But it's just like don't see me as more.
Don't.
Don't have like don't set up these unrealistic expectations that I'm
Yeah.
supposed to fulfill just
Don't
because
don't take it too
you like
far.
me. Yeah, like just see it for what it is. It's like buying. Well, it's not like this because I'm not a corporate company, but it's kind of like buying. It's the mentality I have with like buying from like corporate companies. It's like I'm not gonna like I'm not gonna like slap your label on me and just like go to bat for you. It's just like you make product, I like product, I buy product. I couldn't care about anything else. That's all there is to it.
Yeah.
Like I'm not gonna be a fanboy of anything. I'm not gonna like glaze anything. I'm not gonna like attach myself to a certain company. Like I no. It's just like if I like your stuff, if I like your product, I'll buy it. If I but like don't expect me to like. I'm not gonna be like, oh my gosh, I love Lay's potato chips. Lay's is
Lay's
so
potato
awesome. I wear a
chips.
Lay's hoodie all the time. It's like, yeah, no, bro. I eat Ruffles too.
Lay's hoodie.
Yeah, like I don't know. I'm not gonna do that. I don't want people to see me like that either. I feel like inevitably that will happen as
I'm
you
not
just
gonna
grow.
lie.
But it's just like
I would totally wear a Lay's potato chip hoodie.
it has to be like actually good and not like just some PNG.
Yeah, yeah. It doesn't have to be one of those shitty like
It
print on silk things.
Yeah, like it
Like
has to be like a genuine yellow with the
yeah,
brand on there with like
if it's the same quality as that fuck ass hentai face shirt, you can't.
I hate those, bro.
I'm thankful to say I don't think I've ever seen one of those in public.
I've seen one.
You have?
I was a freshman in high school. It was another freshman who had it.
Oh.
It was yeah, no. And then when I was working at the first Starbucks I worked to, there was an employee who had like it was like some pink haired lolly girl, I guess, has a hoodie, and I was just like, ooh, yeah, you stay over there in the pharmacy section, buddy. Like
I can't
we
look. I guess I get like the one that is just like merch or whatever, but I can't imagine what would motivate somebody to buy a Haggeho hoodie. I don't even think I pronounced that right, but bear with me.
Yeah, something like that. Just I don't know, porn addiction, I guess.
I guess
Not even.
but,
It's
like,
just
but the
I
thing
don't
is,
even say it's that. I think it's just
I
like
feel like most people are self-conscious about their porn addiction enough to not represent it by buying merch.
yeah, it's like I don't know. Weirdly enough, I feel like this could be a different episode in itself, but it's just like that's why I don't like gamer subs. A lot of their
Ooh.
stuff. It's way too like I
That's
love
that's
Schlatt and
actually
everything.
fair.
He's cool,
That's
but like I
absolutely
just
fair.
yeah, the waifu cups. I'm just like no, brother. I'm not going to the gym with that. No.
Yeah, no, that's absolutely fair.
That's it's very off-putting to me. I don't like all that
Yeah,
stuff.
that's a very specific market of people. So
Yeah.
yeah, no, that's absolutely fair.
Yeah.
That could be a topic of its own, along with just like porn addiction and shit related to that. I was actually, we were playing Pressure and we were talking about it. I wanted to know, I had to do research on it, where the original term gooning comes from. Because we know what that means, we know the origin of that word, but we don't actually know why gooning, why that word, right?
Yeah, because it was mainly just used as like, like a henchman or something.
Yeah, like a goon,
somebody in a gang.
Batman beating up the Joker's goons, but now it's
exactly.
like you are a gooner, and that's a different thing.
Exactly, a gooner or a goonette or whatever. It's like, oh, this is a completely different meaning now.
Man. But anyway, so that could be a whole thing of its own.
Yeah. We learned the origin of the goon.
The origin of the goon. It is now 1 hour and 29 minutes into the episode. We have to fight about something. You like those hot Cheetos, right?
I don't eat them a lot, but
no, I'm not talking about it for the taste, okay? If I found a hot Cheeto-shaped Fry Guy, would you object me to selling it on eBay?
Yeah.
Why?
No, in fact, send it to me so I could crush it.
Oh no!
Because there's gonna be some idiot. No, there's gonna be some idiot.
I'm gonna sell it on eBay.
There's gonna be some idiot talking about, ooh, Fry Guy shaped Cheeto, and they're just gonna show like a picture, and it's just gonna be.
I'm going to sell it on Craigslist.
No, it's gonna be like Goku, and that's all. That's all it's going to be.
It's gonna look like Goku, and I'm gonna say Fry Guy shaped Cheeto, and I'm gonna sell it on Craigslist for $400. And there's nothing you can do about it. There's nothing you can do.
I could sue. I could take you to court for copyright.
I'm also going to sell one of me and Trash Bit. I'm going to find a diamond-shaped Cheeto. I'm going to say C-Tap-shaped Cheeto. I'm going to find a Cheeto-shaped Cheeto, and I'm going to call it microphone-shaped Cheeto.
I find it funny. I find it funny because I feel like this is an entire meme community. Nobody's going to buy those Cheetos. Imagine just this niche Cheeto. You're just like Dippy147 Cheeto, shaped Cheeto.
Hey, listen,
and it's just
man,
Nobody's buying that.
I think you're neglecting the power of the Cheeto community, okay?
It's a chip. What do you mean neglecting?
Thousands of dollars to our name, and you're calling us a meme community?
Thousands of dollars to our name. You're
going to the Cheeto shaped like a musket, the Cheeto shaped smile, the Cheeto
Cheeto shaped like a musket. I'm gonna buy the Cheeto shaped musket and put it somewhere, and then do nothing with it.
Cheeto shaped musket.
That is the dumbest thing I've
It's just an actual firearm, but it's shaped like a Cheeto.
This community is stupid. They're all
I'm gonna find
ignoramus.
a foot-shaped Cheeto. I'm going to sell a foot-shaped Cheeto. Golf club-shaped Cheeto. Yeah, I'm going to sell it.
You should find the nearest lobotomy factory.
No. Maybe, but only if I can get lobotomized by the needle-shaped Cheeto, okay?
Lobotomized by the needle-shaped Cheeto? Really? See, this is that corporate glazing that I was just talking about. Cheeto does not care about you, little bro.
They don't care about us, but you know who does care? The people who are paying thousands of hundreds of dollars for our shaped Cheetos.
You mean the greasy fat whales who don't leave their basements who are buying these? Supply and demand, bro. Supply and demand, bro. Shut up. It's a fucking Cheeto.
I'm going to sell you, Fry Guy. I'm gonna sell a Cheeto-shaped version.
No, you just said you're going to sell me. What?